Hello and welcome back to Starcraft Brood War Part 3, and in this episode we are continuing on with the Dunes of Sharkuris as we are attempting to finish off our force of Dark Templar to go and scout the enemy base.
Beasties. Yes.
I should have been managing my resources slightly better to actually get the other melee upgrades that I need, but, you know, I don't have enough probes on minerals to do that.
Let's see. Join us. There. Bring them in.
And there, getting plasma shield now. So, what's new in the world of Cloud today as we attempt to scout out our enemy base?
More of the same. Still reading though.
Reading is good.
And I am told that Jove has moons on Saturn. Very well rented property.
Yeah, that's the big issue that Dark Templars in general actually have. Since they don't have the ability to actually shoot aerial units, they can get taken down by anyone that's got significant detection relatively quickly. They're actually pretty weak again in the Protoss mirror match because of it. Oh look, a base that we can take.
Wait, it's still early game. Seize it. The consequences couldn't possibly be that bad.
We're officially in mid game because it takes too goddamn long for DTs to actually come through the warp. So yeah, we're in mid game now.
There's still time to eke out just one more cheese victory. In the name of Tara Adun.
Still be on ire.
Go, my squishies.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call DTs squishy. I mean, they do still have plasma shield after all, and
they make
do
them
still have.
squishy.
Well, they do still have at least 1 point of natural armor, so they're not entirely squishy. But they are classified as still are classified as light units, so they're somewhat squishy.
Exoskeletal. Inside is a little dough dumpling, the mastermind behind the sword swinging, and the invisibility cloak. Behold.
And there. Now we have successfully secured this landing zone.
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
All we gotta do from here is build up a sizable force of either DTs or Dragoons and take out the base.
Somehow it makes the base look
we
very
can't do
busy.
it with this force of DTs though, because there are mutilisks here. We're still gonna try and take down this hatchery, and I think we get close, but we don't actually kill it.
Well, this is a waste.
Oh, we do actually get this the hatchery.
Sweet.
Yay!
'Twas not in vain. Your death shall not be in vain, young warriors. Out of this D-Day we shall bring about the end of the Zerg raid.
Unfortunately, now we don't have enough resources to actually build another photon cannon, which we desperately need. But yeah, the whole reason you end up going Dragoons is in order to counter air units, because Protoss don't really have any other units that can do it. I mean, they have scouts, but scouts are so expensive that they're not worth running, and they have carriers, which for a majority of the campaign you don't have access to.
Right, so get used to Dragoons, and your faith will be rewarded.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I actually like about StarCraft 2 specifically is the fact that everyone gets multiple answers to aerial units. Although, even there, Protoss still technically have to use their equivalent to Dragoons, the Stalkers, because although sentries can shoot up, they're much more a support unit, and they don't really want to be shooting up.
It falls apart in practice.
All right, so we did end up taking down taking this base over here just for more mineral gathering, and now we have more than enough minerals for what we want to do. There is yet another base up top.
Murder.
Well, another mineral node up top that you can attempt to take, but it's honestly not really worth it because there is Vespane there.
I think we need, yeah. So that's 12. It looks like you would need more like 25, like double that.
Not if you actually bother to supplement them with Dragoons. 12 DTs and 6 Dragoons, at least at 2-2, should totally be able to take this out.
Right. By working together.
Now, the big issue that I ended up having in this mission is that, as you can see, I ran out of Vespane. And running out of Vespane is a bad thing for Protoss.
Join us. We've got lots of hot gas.
That's not what they're saying. They're saying Adun Turios, which is ancient Protoss speak for Adun will survive. Or Adun above all else. One of the two.
Adun lives in all of our hearts.
Yeah, because Adun is effectively their Mufasa.
Maybe that's why Protoss end up losing, is because pace gets taught to be unimaginably slow.
For Protoss specifically, Zerg and Terran do not have these problems, and we brought it up so many damn times that that's why Protoss are the least competitive race in both StarCraft 1 and in Brood War. Dark Templars are amazing, but effectively, endgame, Protoss only really have, 2 units endgame. They have Archons and High Templar. Carriers are terrible. Arbiters are a great support unit, but also eat up so much Vespane that you have to use them appropriately. Protoss do have the best scout in the game with the Observer. Like, inarguably, the Observer is the best scout. But the problem that the Observer has is that not only is it a mid-game unit, it can't actually interact in combat. It just, is a scout unit.
As long as everybody has a well-defined job. See, these guys are the ass kickers, and the support units are just having a little existential crisis, crying in the corner. It's okay. Just give them enough time, and they might be mentioned in a commentary at some point in the 2030s.
Try and keep this DT alive, mainly because he is our forward scout for this base.
We need the information that he holds extracted from his brain and uploaded to the Protoss hard drive.
Well, it's not really a hard drive. It's a collective consciousness that's effectively the internet.
So it's the
Will
cloud.
of the Kala, I believe, is what it's technically called.
My life fire. I'm glad that everybody knows what they like. They like fighting for their planet, their homeland, for ire.
No, past Gerdat, stop doing the DTs. They're no longer worth it. Just go Dragoons.
You've almost maxed out your capacity. In this case, just get your boys together, max out the queues on all your shit, so that as your boys die, of course, then they will quickly be replaced. You got 1,600 minerals.
Nah. Mostly because if it really does matter what you're building as opposed to just maxing out.
Or how much Vespane you have.
Yeah, especially because right now the only thing I could attempt to max out would be Zealots, and Zealots are not really worth it for what I'm supposed to be doing.
Bring me my goddamn gas.
Yeah, but as mentioned, I am not good at this game. Now those 2 Zealots are now more in the way than helpful.
Excuse me. Use me.
Make use of me. Calls.
Waiting on units.
Come on,
Come
everybody.
over here.
We got 'em.
Unfortunately, my Dragoons are apparently stuck on a ridge.
I see 3 hot green bases all sticking their middle fingers up at the orange base in the bottom center.
Yep, my Dragoons could not cross the bridge.
Okay,
Fuck
does
pathing.
anybody have GPS?
And you, look what's going on right there. They're trying to cross the bridge single file. There is more than enough space on the bridge for you to go 2 by 2.
No, but they're doing construction there, and the traffic cones are confusing them. You think that they gotta go
But
slow?
there are no
No,
traffic
go
cones.
fast. Drive accurately.
I long for combat.
But I hate my commute. Fuck. Pathing. Fuck it, I say. No, they have not. They are still stuck on the freeway.
See? They can't even deal with a single goddamn ramp.
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
The
The
enemy
ramp
is the
has
ramp.
engaged the enemy. Sir, we have encountered an interstellar ramp. Tarakala! Descend, I say. Warriors have engaged the ramp.
And this is why you don't set up your attack plan on the ramp. You set it just below the ramp.
Right, so that your boys will still be all together. Oh, jeez. All right, you 3. Here's a pencil. I want you to write this down, over and over again. Left
There.
foot, right foot, left foot, right foot.
The only way to make sure that the Zerg won't send more reinforcements to Shakuras.
You will be hopelessly outnumbered. And once the gate is shut down, there will be no one to save you should you be overrun.
Yeah, well, I'm a man of action. What can I say?
You are awesome, Rainer.
My duty is to hire after all.
He said duty.
Brave warriors.
Yep.
We will send through all the troops we can spare.
Thanks. You kids just remember to play nice from now on, okay? Wish us luck.
Good luck, Phoenix and Rainer. And that
We will
ends
play
though
nice.
the Dunes of Starcraft. In the next episode, we will start the next major Protoss mission for the Brood War campaign
Sweet.
and such.